Hello everyone, Odine's Dignity here. Now today we're going to be taking a look at some rarer and more expensive Thomas Wooden Railway items. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting, we have two prime examples of overpriced engines. Now, these are Donald and Douglas, obviously, but I've sort of never understood why they go for so much. And I wondered that until I watched this James is Here video. Now, he specifies that they have a lot of fanboys, and I knew that before. I guess the two thoughts just never crossed my mind at the same time. But it makes sense. But these engines, you're lucky if you can find one of them for $50. I got extremely lucky, and I got both of them for $60. Both of them for $60. That's very lucky. Now, Donald and Douglas, if you want them new in box, that's going to run you a pretty penny. That's probably going to be around $150, maybe $175, $200. Also, by the way, if my voice sounds funny, it's because it's in the morning. It's early in the morning. I just wanted to crack this video out early. But Donald and Douglas, prime examples. Next up, we have Boko and Daisy. Now, the reason I group these two together isn't because that they look similar, it's because there's a funny story that I'd like to tell you guys. So, this is like 2015, 2016. I'm in my aunt's car with one of my cousins, and we're talking about trains because, you know, we're kids, we like the trains, but, you know, I guess I'm a little slow or something because I still like them. Anyway, pretty much the story goes like this. We're talking about them. There's like this slime. It's not slime. It's like silly foam stuff. I'll put like a video in the corner right here. And I make Boko out of that stuff. And my cousin goes, "Oh, that's Daisy," or something like that. And I say, "No, it's Boko." And my aunt and my cousin at the same time say Boko, and they ask me questions about him. And I say he's just like a male version of Daisy, which is pretty much the case. And they say that they have a Wooden Railway Boko, or a Daisy, excuse me. And a few years later, when I start my YouTube channel, my grandma goes over their house, and I ask if they could look for the Wooden Railway Daisy, because Daisy's kind of an expensive model. So they do that, and they can't find her, which is a bit of a shame, but it isn't that big of a shame, because Daisy didn't run me too much. I think Daisy ran me about $35, which isn't too bad. But Boko, on the other hand, Boko ran me $45, which is still lucky for Boko, but there is a few problems with him. He's a little autistic, his face is twisted, the top decal is misprinted to one side. And don't even get me started on these side decals. Man, oh man. That's just kind of sad. Yeah, but either way, they're both good models to have, and I'm extremely fortunate to have got them for what they are. You know what? Let's just group everyone together today. No. I guess just the first row, I guess. Okay, next we have Murdoch and Arthur. Now, these guys aren't really necessarily rare. They're just kind of harder to come by for a good price. Now, Arthur could range anywhere between like $15 to $45 depending on condition. Kind of the same for Murdoch, maybe $25 to $50 for Murdoch. But they pretty much have the same story for me. I don't really remember how much I got them for. I think Arthur might have been like $16, got him for a good price, but Murdoch I got him a year ago, so I really don't remember. But Murdoch and Arthur, why are they considered kind of rare in my opinion? Well, pretty much in season 6, 7, 8, they introduced a lot of characters for a quick cash grab. They made 1 or 2 spotlight episodes with them. They appeared every now and then they just disappeared into the abyss. You know, Boko had that treatment. Boko, this guy had that treatment, even though he was introduced way back in, I think, season 2. I think his last appearance was in season 5 or something. Like, you can see a sliver of him in the shot. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of why they're rare, because they were only produced around that time. Next up, moving to row 2. First engine we have is Neil. Now, why is Neil rare? I think it has something to do with they didn't really make a lot. And I mean, no one really knows who Neil is. He's not a fan favorite. Even the average Thomas fan won't know who Neil is. He only appeared in the books, I think, one time when he was I think he was helping Scarlo or Rheneas, or one of them. Either way, not the most known character. I think I got my Neil for $25. I don't know how much he usually is. I'm assuming around 50, because I definitely consider him in the rare category, not just the expensive. I'd put him in the rare category. This is Wilbert. Now, he's very similar to Neil in many ways. He only appeared in the books. Now, Wilbert, I think I got mine for around $20. Now, Wilbert, I think he's based on the creator of Thomas, the Reverend Wilbert Audrey, whose birthday was just a few days ago. So happy birthday, Mr. Deceased. That's incredibly disrespectful. People are going to get mad at me, especially the Railway series purists. Great thing to do. Yeah, Wilbert, not the biggest fan of him. I mean, what is there to say? He's kind of just like Goofy Ass or Handle. So I'm just going to put him to one side and we can get the next character. Oh boy. Our next character is this guy, the Sodor Railway Repair, who I got very recently, actually. Now, the Sodor Railway Repair is very similar to Wilbert and Neil in many ways. I think that, I don't even know if this guy appeared in the Railway series. No, he did. No, he appeared in the Railway series, I think. But I got mine for around $35, so getting a little bit more expensive again. But yeah, I don't really have anything to say about him. He's really cool looking, though. He's a very cool looking train. Kind of a shame that they didn't put him in the TV series or a CGI series. Obviously, he would be expensive and difficult to make in either of those, especially the TV series. But he's a very nice model. I'm very happy that they made him in Wooden Railway. Not the most well-known character, but he's very cool regardless. Our next two characters are Scarlo and Rheneas. Why I grouped these two together? These are both models that were produced shortly after the making of one of my favorite movies, Blue Mountain Mystery. Now, they made new Wooden Railway models for every single character that was in that, every single narrow gauge character, and these are the ones that I just like to call 2012 Scarlo and 2012 Rheneas. I don't even think that this is 2012 Rheneas, because there's like a variant where he has side rods, similar to Scarlo's, but I don't think that this is it. But Scarlo's definitely really nice. He has detail on the back of his cab, even on the front of his cab, he has cab windows. So a very nice model. Same with Rheneas. This is the best Wooden Railway Rheneas, in my opinion. Rheneas is a very difficult model to get right in Wooden Railway, apparently. I mean, he's got so many models. In my opinion, this is the best one. I mean, the only thing it's lacking is being skinny. This guy's kind of a fat ass. But either way, this is the best Wooden Railway Rheneas, in my opinion. So, that's kind of all I have to say for them. I don't really remember the price. It's probably around $20 for both of them, not combined. Next engine we have is Bertram. Now, Bertram's a bit damaged indeed. Now, he's even missing his tender. This is the 2016 variant of Bertram. Now, I remember getting this a long time ago, maybe around a bit before the pandemic era where everything was good, where everything was going swimmingly, and then 2020 came and ruined it all, and ruined these 5 years ahead of it. Anyway, Bertram. Yeah, I don't know why he's so expensive. Like, he's $45 now. I have no idea how much that I got him for because, first of all, I was a little kid and I simply asked my grandmother to buy it. Yeah, the same one that bought like all of these. Yeah, I'm surprised she's not called. I'm surprised she's not called poor yet. Okay. Anyway, Bertram. Yeah, he kind of just is there. I don't know what to say about him. He's a really useless, nothing of a character. Next up, we have Coli. Oh, I love Coli. Now, Coli is one that I got, I think, for my birthday one year. Coli is a very special character that he has not just one, but two faces. This is specifically, I believe, the 2015 variant. This model will run you about $65 today, just solo, without any, like, cargo, which is probably, yeah, I want to say that this is the most expensive on the list, because this is more than both Donald and Douglas that I got them for, which is absolutely insane to think about. I guess he wasn't produced a lot, and he's not really a favorite character, but I love Coli. I love the Coli Fell Railway. I always wanted to make all of the trains for it, but that's going to be very difficult and expensive to do, you know what I mean? Shout out Arthur, the LMS engine. You did a brilliant job with that. You did a brilliant job making yours, man. But, yeah, he's very expensive, but I don't really have too much else to say about him. He's a really nice character, one of my favorites in this lineup. Next up, we have Mike and Bert. Now, Mike and Bert were released in the 2015 era for a new movie that came out called Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure, and both of these characters appeared in it. I don't know how much I got Mike for. I know that I got that my grandmother got 2 Mikes. One I messed up, and one I kept good. But Bert, on the other hand, Bert, my brother got for one of his birthdays. It totally wasn't me telling him to get it. Now, Bert cost around $70 in today's money, which is a little bit steep, but I believe that we found him on eBay because his box was damaged. I believe we found him on eBay for around $45, which is a lot less. And Mike, I don't know how much we got him for. Since he was just coming out when we got him, I'm sure it was a lot cheaper than modern day $60, probably around $30, $35, maybe even $25, so both of them combined will be $50, which still isn't as much as Bert. Well, modern day money Bert. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about these guys. And that's the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed me talking about these rare trains. Please like the video if you did. Oh, the Indignity signing off.